welcome back to Google class. Dear students, how are you? I am James here. How many of students watching regularly in our class? Okay, send your feedback. Okay, today I am going to discuss with subject Transfer of Property Act. Under section Transfer of Property Act, chapter is exchange. The continuation classes from the previous class. Okay, now today we'll discuss about section 119 of the Transfer of Property Act. Section 119 explain about right of party deprived of thing received in exchange. Right of party deprived of thing received in exchange. Here, if any party to an exchange or any person claiming through or under such property is by reason of any defect in title of the other party deprived of the thing or any part of the thing received by him in exchange, then unless a contrary intention appears from the terms of the exchange, such other party is liable to him or any person claiming through or under him for loss caused thereof, thereby, or at the option of the person so deprived from the return of the thing transferred, if still in possession of such other party or is legal representative or transferee from him without consideration. Okay. Sorry. And what are the essentials of the section 119 of TP Act? The section 119 provide that when a party to exchange has failed to obtain possession of the property which he is entitled to receive in exchange, then also he is entitled to his option for return of the property transferred by him if the property is still in possession of the other party or is legal representative or a transferee from him without consideration. And second essential ingredients, the remedy is similar to that for breach of an undertaking as title under section 14 of the Indian Sale of Goods Act 1930. In case of movable property, or that for breach of an implied covenant for title under section 55 subclause 2. The third essential ingredients, the aggrieved party, okay, may either rescind or claim compensation. Number fourth ingredients, in case of rescission, the party must also surrender the benefits he received. Okay, this was saying section 119. These are all rights and liabilities of parties to an exchange. The rights and liabilities of parties to an exchange under section 119 and 120. Two sections available. Okay. And section 120 explain about rights and liabilities of parties, both parties. Here, save the otherwise provided in this chapter, each party has the rights and is subject to the liabilities of a seller to that which he gives, and has the rights and subject to the liabilities of a buyer as to that which he takes. Okay, the main points here, section 120. In an exchange, each party plays dual roles, that is double roles, one as seller and another as buyer, seller buyer at the same time. Okay, and second point, the parties to an exchange have each, under section 120, the rights and liabilities of a seller of the thing given and a buyer of the thing taken. Okay, seller of the thing given and buyer of the thing taken. Given, taken. Okay, seller is given, buyer is taken. This procedure only followed. And third point, if the transferred property is immovable, section 55 of the Transfer of Property Act shall apply. Okay, that is what are the rights and liabilities of the seller and buyer. The same procedure will be applied in this exchange also. And next point, if the transferred property is movable, the provisions of the Sale of Goods Act 1930 shall apply. Now it's clear? Okay, immovable means section 55 of the TP Act. Okay, movable means Sale of Goods Act. Okay, this is what saying section 120 of the Transfer of Property Act. Let's go to next section, section 121, the same TP Act, under the exchange. Okay, it provide exchange of money. I think in modern days many people saw exchange money transfer, money, dollars to Indian currency to currency changing. Okay, these are also exchange. Okay, so section 121 provides exchange of money. Money includes coins and currency notes. If any one of the person is any one of the travelers from country to country, his money, his currency is transferred to another currency. So this includes coin and currency notes. The money means it must possess genuineness, quality and quality. Genuineness and quality and quality. Why? Because many fake coins, fake currency also manufactured. Okay, so in this situation, false coin or forged currency note is not considered as money. Only value, only genuine quantity of the currency only accepted as per the section 121 of the Transfer of Property Act. Okay, okay students, this portion is only section 118 to 121. That's all exchange syllabus. Okay, I will give you one problem. Problem means one example, then it is easy to understand. Here A and B exchanged their houses. You are A, myself B. Okay, you and me exchanged the houses. Okay, here A sold. Okay, A sold the exchanged house to C, who was evicted from the exchanged house by D, who had a para-amount title. Can C claim the house given to B under the exchange? This is what my question. Okay, now we applied section 119 of TP Act. This section 119 Act was amended in 1929. Prior to the amendment, C was not entitled to the relief. Okay, but after the amendment of section 119, after 1929, section 119 has given the remedy to the aggrieved party C. So in this situation, now C is entitled to claim the house given to B under the exchange. Okay, now it's clear. Okay, students. And conclusion of this chapter, in every exchange there is a sale transaction, but in every sale there is no exchange. Not that point. Every exchange there is a sale transaction, but in every sale there is no exchange. Each party in a transaction of exchange has the rights and is subject to the liabilities of a seller as to that which he gives, and has the rights and is subject to the liabilities of a buyer as to that which he takes. Okay students, I'm closing this session. We'll meet you again next portion, okay, and next video class. See you. Bye.